13.8, construct arguments and problem solving. I can construct math arguments using what I know about fractions. I can also compare fractions. Lindsay and Matt are running in a 1-mile race. They have both run the same distance so far. Write a fraction that shows how far Lindsay could have run, and write a different fraction that shows how far Matt could have run. Construct a math argument to support your answer. We're running track, okay? So we could have said that Lindsay has run 1/2 of it, okay? Matt, we could say, we could take 1/2 and times it by 2, getting 2/4. 2/4 is what he has ran. They are equivalent fractions, meaning they are the same thing, okay? So be a good thinker, and these questions can help you. How can I use numbers, objects, drawings, or actions to justify my argument? We know we can multiply to make equivalent fractions. Am I using numbers and symbols correctly, and is my explanation clear and complete? Down here are the 2 fractions you wrote equivalent, and how do you know? Yes, because if we simplify and divide 2/4 by 2, we get 1/2. 1/2 equals 2/4. You can also draw it out. We have 1/2 here, and we have 4ths here. If we take 2/4, they are equal. Please use diagrams to help yourself. 13.8 continued. How can you construct arguments? Clara and Anna are making rugs. The rugs will be the same size. Clara has finished 3/4 of her rug, and Anna has finished 3/8 of her rug. Who has finished more of her rug? Conjecture. Clara has finished a greater portion of her rug than Anna. Okay? So how can I explain why my conjecture is correct? I need to justify my argument and justify my conjecture. A conjecture is a statement that you think is true. It needs to be proved. Here, their conjecture is that Clara has finished 3/4, means she's finished greater amount of her rug than Anna. Okay? How can I construct an argument? I can use numbers, objects, drawing, or actions correctly to explain my thinking. Make sure my explanation is simple, complete, and easy. I will use drawings and numbers to explain my thinking. Here is my thinking. The number lines represent the same whole. One is divided into 4ths, one is divided into 8ths. 4ths, 8ths. The number lines show that 3 of the 4ths is greater than 3 of the 8ths. So 3/4 is greater than 3/8. The conjecture is correct. Use numbers to construct another math argument to justify the conjecture above, and think about how you can look at the numerator and denominator. So we have 3/4, 3/8. If we make them equivalent denominators and timesing this bond by 2, we get 6/8. This is Clara, okay, and this is Anna. Whose number is bigger? Clara's. Clara's number is greater than Anna's number. Paul and Anna are eating burritos. The burritos are the same size. Paul ate 4/6 of a burrito, and Anna ate 2/3 of a burrito. Conjecture Paul and Anna ate the same amount. Draw a diagram to help you justify the conjecture. So if we draw a number line, and we start with 0, we have 1/6, 2/6, 3/6, 4/6, 5/6, 6/6, 7/6, okay? Then we have another number line below it, and we have 0, 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. Paul ate 4/6, so here is Paul's. And Anna ate 2/3. Here is Anna. It says that Paul and Anna ate the same amount. Is the conjecture correct? Yes or no? Yes, because 4/6 is equal to 2/3. Okay? On the bottom, Rena has a blue ribbon that is 1 yard long and a red ribbon that is 2 yards long. She uses half of the red ribbon and 2/4 of the blue ribbon. Draw a diagram to help you justify your conjecture. So here is the first one, okay? And as you're going to divide it into 2. Here, the second box, you're going to divide into 2 and then 2 more. This is going to be your red, this is going to be your blue. And then you're going to justify if your conjecture is correct. Remember, it says Rena used the same amount. You have to prove that this diagram equals that of there and explain another way you can do the conjecture. I want you to do it here as well. Okay. On the back. School fair. 21 students worked at the school fair. Mrs. Gold's students worked at a class booth, and the table shows the fraction of 1 hour that her students worked on Monday. Mrs. Gold wants to know all the students who worked less time than Kathy on Monday. What comparisons do you need to make to find out who worked less time than Kathy on Monday? We need to make the 3 comparisons. We need to compare Kathy and Tim. We need to compare Kathy and Jose, and we need to compare Kathy and Pedro. Okay, we need to do 3 different ones. What is the whole for Kathy's time, and do the times of the other students use the same whole? Okay, her whole for her time is 1 hour. And yes, okay. What could you use to solve this problem? I want you to figure that out. So if we look at these up here and we want to make them equivalent fractions, we can times this one by 3, this one by 3, this one by 3, and this one by 2. So here we would get Tim, and we get 3/12. Kathy, we get 6/12. Jose, 4/12. Pedro, we're going to get 9/12. I want you to do the rest of this page. Who worked less time than Kathy? Construct a math argument to justify your answer. Use what we just figured out to help you do the rest of that page. Also, remember to turn in your things on Google Classroom.